Oh, he does it on purpose.
I don't think I'm gonna get any more. I don't think I'm gonna get any more out of line than 7 inches of cove.
That was really okay. So right before New Year's, his name on one of the shows in the thing said 7 inches of cove. I was like, what did I just add to the live stream? What absolutely egregious. This guy's out of line. So guys, welcome everybody to Vinny's Corner. We are live already, as you can see. We've got a crew tonight. So basic game plan here, guys. We are halfway. We're actually past the halfway point officially in hockey. We're about 50, 52 games, give or take, into the season. And we are approaching the Winter Olympics. And as we know, Winter Olympics, besides curling, of course, the big sport is ice hockey, right? So we wanted to have a nice little NHL, kind of review, talk about how the season's gone. And the second part of that was a preview for the Olympics. What better way to do it than a Detroit Red Wings fan and Brian Dudek, Vegas hockey freak down there below him. And of course, you guys know my co-host, the Canadian, right? Canadians live hockey, right? So we got Cove there. And maybe one more guy showing up here. Point is, we got hockey tonight, guys. So thanks for everybody checking in. If you want to take a second, Brian, you want to introduce yourself?
I'm Brian, and I'm from Michigan, and I'm a big Red Wings fan. Growing up, saw them make the playoffs 25 years, win the four Stanley Cups, and just follow the sport in general. All teams to keep up with everything going on in hockey.
So Cove, Brian is right in our age range, right? So as a Red Wings fan, he got to enjoy, Stevie Yzerman and Fedorov and all those legendary guys there in Detroit, right? Because just, he grew up right in that, right in the right time for it, right? So.
Oh, I know. I made a graphic for Brian way back when.
There you go. And my guy, Vegas hockey freak. Would you like to introduce yourself, my brother?
Yep, I'm Brian as well. Vegas hockey freak. Big Knights fan. Started actually as an Avs fan when I was a little kid and was playing hockey, and was an Avs fan until we got a team here in Vegas, and ever since then been a diehard Vegas fan.
It's actually, so it's a really cool thing. For those that don't know, like, I'm from back on the East Coast. I'm a New York guy. Obviously in the colder areas, hockey is much bigger culture. Michigan, right? Ohio, Canada, all these other places. But if you come out here to the desert, one thing is for sure is that residents of Las Vegas are die hard and real deal, big time NHL Las Vegas Golden Knights fans, man. That team's got great support, no question.
Hey, Vince, did it really throw you off? Guess what? I have my house.
Look at you. So I don't even for the rest of you guys, and so everybody's got a jersey on except for me. But Cole shows up every week with a different jersey. It might be baseball, it might be hot. It's just not basketball. That's all we know. It's not going to be basketball.
Not basketball.
But it might be from one of the other 3 major leagues, which is very impressive. No question about that. All right. So listen, Cove is the half of our team that really knows hockey. I pretend to know hockey. He really knows hockey, right? But that being said, I want to pass it over to Cove so you can kind of take us into this, and we can get, we can jump right in and start talking hockey.
Oh yeah. I mean, you can go everywhere. It was like I was talking about a old Minnesota Wild goalie, and they realized, like, why are you still talking about that dude? I was like, since we're all older, I was talking about Josh Harding before Josh Harding left the league, and they're like, you pulled that name out of your ass, didn't you?
So one thing that this guy's going to do, no matter what, he's going to pull the most random hockey knowledge out in the middle of conversation. Cove just pulls out the information. So Listen, I think that the most important part of tonight, at least to me, right? Cole's got a Maple Leafs jersey in hand. I've got a VGK shirt on, even though I'm definitely an Islanders fan first. No question about that. But we've got a Red Wings fan. We've got a real true blue Golden Knights fan here. Let's talk a little about this NHL season and how things have gone so far. So off camera, actually. So Cove, right before you came on, we were chopping up a little bit about the Islanders. Just because I was saying, like, what a pleasant surprise their positioning right now. And, now that we're past the 50 game point and seeing them, in second place in their division, I'm like, wow. Like, I was hoping they were going to maybe make the playoffs. Now I'm like, are they going to get like a top seed in the playoffs, right? So it's been pretty amazing. Is there anything like about this season for you that's like stuck out so far, Cove? Like something that you were like, wow, I wasn't expecting that.
I'm not going to give them credit right yet, but I'm going to say the Lightning. At the very beginning of the season, I really didn't think the Lightning had it put together as well as they have, and they've really surprised me this year.
Okay, fellas, what do you think?
Yeah. I was gonna say Tampa Bay. I mean, they had their big run 2-3 years ago, winning the back-to-back cups, and they've lost a lot of players from those teams. And I wasn't quite sure how good they were going to be. I mean, they've still got good players with Vasilevsky and net, Kucherov,
Kucherov,
but yeah, he's really good. But I wasn't sure how good they were going to be, and I guess Pittsburgh's kind of been a surprise team for me too. Their general manager before the season said that they're going to start rebuilding everything, and you kind of figure when a team's going to start going rebuild, they're going to just start selling pieces here and there, and they're probably going to be near the bottom of the standings. But they're still fighting for a wild card spot right now. We'll see what happens after the Olympic break. If they just start going crazy selling, or if they try to make one or two moves to maybe make the playoffs one more season with Sid and Malkin still there.
It's interesting. Look who's here. Last but not least, hey,
Yo,
what's
going on?
here.
Sorry it took so long.
Listen, brother, we're happy to have you. Guys, last but not least, this is my brother Cashews here, as you can see in the names. And so, Brian, to your point, I think what's interesting, I guess it kind of works out this way a lot of the time, right? But they've got Philly, and the Capitals are like right on their tail, like they're right there, right? So that's a tough little grouping for them to potentially even to hope to get out of. So, what do you think they'll be able to? You think they'll be able to get past the Capitals later on?
I don't see them getting past the Capitals. I think they're probably going to end up missing the playoffs, and we'll see what they do in the off season. But Sid's kind of just curing that team right now, saying we're not going to start rebuilding while I'm still here.
Here's an honest question for all, and we've got four real big hockey fans here. How many more seasons would you honestly say? And so we'll start with Vegas, Brian Vegas here. But how many seasons do you honestly think? Do you think that Sydney still has?
Ooh. 2 to 3 tops, I'd say. I don't know.
Right?
I feel like he's getting up there, but then he still pulls out ways to perform and help carry his team. So like I don't know. And then like he's going to be a big part of the Olympics, like that veteran piece. So, like, I don't know. It's definitely will probably be his last big international championship. But, I mean, probably, yeah, I'd say 2 or 3 years. I don't know.
Well,
It's tough to say.
it's tough, right? Because he's an older guy. He's been in the league forever now, but like he's like and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but the easiest way I can describe the level that he still plays hockey at is LeBron James on the basketball court.
Yep.
Like Sydney's still really good. You know what I mean? Like it's not like he's like an older liability. Like, you know, like he carries the team a lot of the time. So,
Yep.
What do you think, Cashews?
I mean, I could see him going 3. I just saw something today that said Malkin is being offered or he's willing to accept a 1-year deal. So another year of Malkin Crosby, that puts him 2 years post. If he goes 3 years, the Malkin Crosby era. Look, the guy's still a point per game. He's still doing everything that you want from a leader. His body's obviously holding up. So I think, barring injury, I mean, he could go as long as he wants to. We just saw Philip Rivers return, right? Like at 106 years old. Now he wasn't
120 kids.
Yeah, I think he had 2 more kids in the middle of the season to this year. So I mean, obviously Crosby's not that guy, but he's in peak shape. He performs at a high level every night. His expectation, though, is about winning. The other thing I saw about the Penguins, because I think it's going to really, if there's one thing that I think pushes Crosby out faster than anything, not health, not injury, not any of that stuff, it's going to be, where are the Penguins headed over the next 3 to 5 years? What's the plan? I saw something today from, I think it was Puck Empire, that said they're looking at Jason Robertson from Dallas. They have pieces they're willing to trade, trying to get another big name in there to try and help out. I think if they're competitive, which the East right now is all jumbled mess anyway, so everybody's competitive in the East this year. But if they're not competitive, I think 3 years is the maximum that Crosby plays. But if they're competitive, you never know. He might be willing to slot down from first line to second line to third line and just continue playing. I mean, there's guys that have played forever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect him to be a Yager, but
Or Gordie Howe, yeah. And
yeah,
you don't have to be
know,
65 still playing hockey, but
but
that's what I see.
but he still is that like would you say that that's a fair analogy, right? He's at like LeBron's still dunking on people, right? Like Sydney is still gonna have people tripping over their skates, you know, and like you said, he's worth a point every night, like whether it's an assist or a goal, like that's ridiculous, you know, a point a night, like that's pretty absurd at his age. So that's awesome. And so now the way that we were actually kind of kicking things off was just jumping a little bit into like what, like, I guess the surprise that we saw. You know, obviously I touched on the Islanders, you know, like they're a shock to me at this point, you know, but now it's starting to settle in. I mean, you're an Avalanche fan. They are playing just out of their mind. You know, like when I go to place bets on them, I'm actually like okay with taking a spread bet in hockey, which like who does that? Like, but they're that good. I'm like, oh, they'll win by 1.5 goals pretty easily, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you had a question in there outside of like talking just about the Avalanche in general, but
Like,
what?
so is there anything that really like? Is this what you expected? Or like, I know you hoped for it, right? But the way that they went out last playoff, this is not what, like, I wasn't like, oh, they're just going to come out and roll everybody, you know? So, like,
Yeah. So obviously, I thought higher of them, just being a little more biased than a lot of just NHL fans in general. Um, I I did not see them being historically good. I mean, we're talking 5 regulation losses. I think Vegas and I were on either here or Hot Takes not that long ago. I think beginning of December, middle of November, something like that. And we were debating on who was the best team at that point, and the Avs were starting to kick up some hot streaks, and they were starting to do some good things. And we were like, yeah, they're really good. Didn't anticipate them to be that good. And then they just got better. I mean, they had 1 regulation loss in December, no regulation losses in November. And they went 2 months without a regulation loss, or pretty close to 2 months. This month, though, has been particularly difficult for them. Having lost Landeskog and lost Devon Taves, they are all of a sudden human, or a little more human. They lost at home for the first time to the Predators. They got beat up pretty badly. They played some really close games otherwise. The Maple Leafs took them to overtime. And, it's been a humbling month from that perspective, considering most of their games have been at home. To answer your question, didn't anticipate them to be historically good. I did anticipate them to be 1 or 2 with Dallas right there, being at the end. Now, Dallas and Minnesota right now are jockeying for position. I think it's been good for the Avs because as they remain competitive, that continues to push them even with their historic highs right now to keep playing good. And they're playing right now against the Ducks. I'm going to check in on that score here, but it's been a fantastic ride from a fan's perspective.
So you brought up Dallas and Minnesota there. Minnesota's been exceptionally fun to watch this season. I feel like if you're trying to figure out like if you should start watching hockey games, like is this a fun sport for me? Like Minnesota games are like they don't have boring hockey games.
And who was it last time we were all together? Who was talking about the Wild? Who was making fun of me for talking about the Wild in playoffs?
Listen, man, I'm the guy who doesn't really know hockey. I told you, I know basketball.
It wasn't you.
That's why you're all here.
It was from the other panel. I was like, who's talking about the Wild? I'm like, I am.
First of all, nobody's going to be talking about the Wild after the first round this year. They're fun to watch. But nobody's picking them to take on Dallas. Nobody's picking them to come out of the first round. Now, that might be just a shot, right? If they come out of the first round, cool. But nobody's saying the Minnesota Wild are going to leave the first round.
It's weird. And like, I don't know. I always feel like the West is stronger, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong on that. Like it feels like the West is particularly strong this season. I would say by comparison, like you said, the East seems a little more jumbled. Which is like it's like strange. Like I feel like the East has had such solid, like a solid core of good teams for the last few years, but this season I feel like it's been like a little. You're right, a little more kind of like all over the place. It seems like in the middle of the pack, particularly. So there's no question. I was just making an observation there.
We were gonna go with the questions I had, but
so is it that time, Cole?
Whatever you get.
Yeah, we were about to start talking. So
all right, so you got the questions. Floor is yours.
Yeah, just give me 1 second. There's an internet issue. Or I'm lagging. I don't know what to do.
Just water, by the way, boys. Not trying to get crunk with you on camera. Just water.
So
same here.
Listen, here's my whole I like Liquid Death, but I'm kind of cheap, and it's just the most expensive one on the shelf. I'm like, I don't know.
I get them for really cheap. There's a place over here that sells them for like 3 for $5, which is still relatively high. But I drink probably at least one a day. I reached out to them the other day, actually. I'm like, hey, what can I do for some merch or some free drinks? Like, what do I need to do?
They should sponsor you.
Shout out Liquid Death. Shout out Liquid Death. I need the sponsorship.
They would be a good sponsor for you. I'm a Waterloo guy. I'm just gonna say that out. I'm a Waterloo guy. That's my brand. But Liquid Death is good, no question. So,
but yeah, so like as I was before I get on my question there, The why I like Minnesota with Gusterson, Wall Street. It reminds me of '97 with the Red Wings with Vernon and Osgood because Osgood wasn't that great. Vernon was on the end of his career, and it was a great tandem. So that's kind of why
Yeah,
you like it.
Minnesota is a good defensive team, and they have great goaltending. Wallstead came out of nowhere, the rookie, doing his thing, shut down so many people for so long. They've obviously come down to earth just a little bit over the last month or so, but
Yeah.
still really good hockey. They picked up Quinn Hughes this year, which was huge, but they gave up a
Yeah,
lot, I
that's
think,
a
in my
huge
opinion,
pickup
to
for
go do
them.
that.
No. But
Yeah.
I'll see if Brian knows this one for sure because he's an old Red Wings fan. Can you name who the third goalie was that year for that
90,
roster?
97.
97. Yeah.
Oh,
There's a guy, he had 2 wins that season. His name is Kevin Hudson.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Kevin Hudson. He had like a 2-2 record that year. Like a name you're like, I've never heard that name in my life.
Yeah. I remember him because then he was our goalie. Like,
Right after, right? He was there. He was
yeah,
there.
yeah, he was there with Ozzy, and then he was there when we had like Legacy for a while.
Yeah. So it was kind of like who was Peyton Manning's backup kind of thing. It's like, what the fuck? We're talking about Manning's backup or Brady's backup, stuff like that. So the first question is MVP debates. Right now, if you're choosing one player for MVP, and I got examples like Connor, Nathan, who gets your votes this season and why? If you were going to pick an MVP right now.
yo, Vegas Brian, you want to start it up?
Yeah, so I mean, right now, I definitely would probably say you gotta go with the Avs and say McKinnon. Um, I mean, him and McDavid are tied for points, I believe, right now. But the plus minus on McKinnon is crazy. Like, and it just reflects like how much better the Avs are when he is on the ice with them. Um, I think that could flip. I mean, McDavid is a beast, but right now, if we were going right now, I'd say McKinnon. I mean,
Brian?
I'd say McKinnon too right now, just because of everything he's doing it and how good Colorado's been. I feel like the run they're on, that's probably gonna help sway some voters to get him some more votes. Probably if Edmonton makes a big run here and McDavid picks it up, he could take some votes away.
So that, like, the big thing that that Cashews touched on before was just the historic win loss right now that we're seeing at the moment with these guys in Colorado, and I think that's going to add to it. So if that team finishes like 70 plus wins, you know what I'm saying? Like, their leader, who's crushing it, is going to get a lot of votes for MVP. So
oh
yeah,
yeah,
Nathan just seems like the logical answer right now, because the other thing that and I'll hand it over to the Avs fan now, but the other thing that he did point out, right? We hit the midway point in the season. We hit January, and we're like other teams, particularly like a lot of the times Vegas slows down that time of year. Vegas has gotten better this time of year too, which is good, but
no.
the Avs have completely kicked it up a notch. Like, where it didn't seem like they would get better, they got better in the new year. And so in leadership, and that's McKinnon. Cashews?
Yeah, it's funny. We're talking MVP for the season. I think it's Nathan McKinnon. He leads the league in 5-on-5 points. It's not particularly close. Actually, it is kind of close. Natchez is second and right behind him. So I think it's like 46 or 48 points, 5v5 for McKinnon, which is just astronomical. And then right behind him is Marty Party with 42. I mean, when you're beating teams at full strength all the time, whether you're at home or on the road, and McKinnon is better at home, right? I think most players tend to get better at home, but he's still over a point per game on the road. And when you're doing that, you're dominating people all the time. It's a really big deal. He's carrying that team, plus minus, as Vegas brought up, is a huge deal. I'm not a huge plus minus guy because you just get on the ice sometimes and somebody scores when you're just jumping on. That's kind of the Colorado Avalanche. They just jump on the ice and somebody's scoring anyways. And
Yeah,
when your team leads the league in goals by a large margin, it's pretty crazy.
it's gonna be high. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a wide variety of things, but what he's doing on both ends of the ice, I mean, he's got his obvious defenseman, Makar, Taves. They have a really good back end, but he's back there checking. He's back there stealing pucks. I mean, the other day against the Capitals bring it back into their zone, and McKinnon flies in there full speed, steals the puck, gets it over to Lehkonen, puts it in the back of the net. And it's just so surprising that even now, 100 years into his career, that he's still surprising people with his speed and ability to take the puck away. So I'm going McKinnon. If I had to say a close second was McDavid. What he did over the last month is just crazy with, I think, almost
Yeah,
all
like
of his
he's been on a
points. And
tear. Yeah,
yeah, the last 30 games, he's 2 points plus every single day. So
yeah.
That's
just
crazy.
insane.
Absolutely crazy. So, Cove, who's yours?
Well, I mean, everybody's talking about these guys, but I'm just going to talk about someone just because, like, it hasn't been talked about, but because of the amazing year he's had is Macklin Celebrini. He's not that far. He's like 10 points behind these boys, but for what he's doing this season is insane, especially in
Oh
San
yeah.
Jose.
The
Yeah, I
impact for them.
argued. I argue that if he gets the Sharks into the playoffs, which right now they're in the last playoff spot, he's like
Mhm.
40 or 50 points higher than the next closest player on his team. Then he
Yeah, it's
can win the Hart.
insane.
And I'd have no problem with him winning the Hart at that point. To drag San Jose into the playoffs would be huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
From worst to a playoff team, like, just single handedly, it would be insane. Because this kid he's already tied some Gretzky stuff, and he's been compared to some of these guys like Nate and Connor. Like
Very exciting to watch.
his ceiling is high right now. You know,
I
Oh
didn't
yeah.
even know about him. You told me about him, actually, Cove. You highlighted
Yeah.
him to me at the beginning of the season. You were like, watch this dude. He's been absolutely awesome for them. Great piece to build around.
I
like
mean, our 60% NHL ownership with Canadians is down to about 40%. So I gotta give my Canadians some love. Yeah.
there you go. Cool. Right.
So the secondary one I have there is best player versus best team. Who impacts winning more right now? Like McKinnon, McDavid, Kucherov, like those guys. And does your answer change come playoff time?
My
Let's
answer
go in
doesn't
the exact
change.
opposite order. Cashews?
Yeah, my answer doesn't change. It's still McKinnon. He impacts every single thing that they're doing. 5v5, power play goals. He drives that team, and he only escalates and gets better in the playoffs. His points per game actually gets better, and so he's the catalyst for everything that they do and everything they will do. The exception of with Landeskog being back this year, the leadership has switched back to its captain, and I think that's actually helped release McKinnon a little bit more from all the pressure he felt over the last couple of years. So I think Landeskog's the MVP of the Avalanche for that reason, but it's McKinnon who drives everything that they do.
Interesting. Okay. I- everything that he said makes sense. Right? I don't know why you would look for anything to be different going into the postseason, right? That's who you're looking to rely on, right? Your best player and the best player in the league today.
But I was more or less saying, like, are you going to rely on your best player or your best team player? Like, who are you really going to rely on? But is McKinnon your best player and your best team player? Is that what you're saying, Cashew?
Yeah, I mean, assists and points and everything go right hand in hand.
Mhm.
Um, you've got Makar, you've got Natchez, you've got all these guys, but I think that they're all really big pieces, and McKinnon's still the engine for everything they do. If he's going, if he's angry, that defense plays even better. If they're dominating in the offensive zone, it gives the goaltenders a breathers, and they just have to make their saves. So I think it's still the same answer for me.
Mhm.
Does it change for anyone else?
No, yeah, it's still same for me as well.
Still the same for me.
Mhm. Now the other one goes with like a goalie value test. If you're building a playoff team today, like who matters more, like Elias Sorokin, or would you go with Bobrovsky? Like just giving you two different guys. Like who would you build your? Would you keep your goalie, or would you build with somebody else?
So I guess this question goes based on what team you like, right?
Mhm.
So I'll start this. This is again the move that we made, and so now our tandem is Sorokin and Rittich as opposed to Varlamov, and this is working. It's working really well for us. Schaefer is working really well for us. But yeah, so to stick to the goalies, I don't know. I think I would stick with what we got for the moment.
Yeah.
I like it. Let's go with Dudek.
Are those the only two choices we have for
No. It's more or
goalies?
less. It's not. It's kind of a biased question. It's not just your team, but do you think there's a team that needs to fix their goalie to get them somewhere? It's like, if you were going to build a team, like who would you fix, kind of thing. Is what kind of where I was going with it. Like we're looking at the
Okay.
bottom 5 teams, right? Not so much the top teams.
Okay, so the way I answered the question was, right, I looked at my team, that being the Islanders, right? And answered like if I'm good with my goalies or like if I would want to change ours out for like anything different. And I was saying I think for the moment that the Islanders are in a good position. I like our goalie squad, our goalie tandem. Um that was the way I understood what you were asking. So I was totally confused.
Yeah. That's why I said if you're building a playoff team today. So like as we're talking about midseason, we're talking about the good teams. I try to get on the teams that need help, right? So it's like, are
Yeah.
any of these teams that need help in the goaltending that's going to help them get from a bottom of the West, bottom of the East, to like even to a mid team next year?
I think and sorry to cut anybody off here, if you're going to talk about goalies and how they're going to elevate a team,
Yeah.
the team that continues to show up in the Stanley Cup playoffs and in the Stanley Cup the last 2 years has no
Mhm.
goaltending. They have Tristan Jarry and the Edmonton Oilers right now, and he looks
Mhm.
okay. But on the back end of that, you've got Connor Ingram, who is at the time they picked him up, and over the last couple of months, he's been the worst AHL save percentage goaltending. We're talking AHL, so just one level below, right? And
Oh, I
then
know.
they have Pickard as their third goaltender, and he came out today and said he doesn't like being the third goaltender. So there's a little animosity on that piece.
Mhm.
And now you have three just okay goalies.
Yeah.
And goaltending is what has hurt them significantly in each of their last Stanley Cup runs. Not enough to have other teams beat them, obviously, except for the Florida Panthers. But that's because they've been able to outscore their problems. Uh,
Mhm.
Last year, they lost Hyman going into the Florida series, which was a huge deal. No net front presence. All of that goes and factors into it. But goaltending was still atrocious. And it is even worse this year. Their save percentage is of the lowest in the league. They make some changes, but I don't think they made enough. So if you're going to bring in some goaltending, I think that's a team, in order to move forward, needs to get a solidified number one starter.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say was the Oilers. Like they have such a good team, and then that back end is just struggle, and like it's like obviously if you build like if you're going from a start building a playoff team, like you want an elite goaltender like that helps like erase helps erase mistakes and instills confidence in the team when, the goalie makes a great save or isn't letting a bunch of goals in, and helps the team be more aggressive. So like that team with an elite goaltender, I think would be really scary.
Mhm. Like the one I was talking to Vince earlier about this year, like because he said, doesn't know a lot about hockey. When I was talking about Detroit and Anaheim doing the switch, that kind of helped both guys out in every which
Yep.
way. You didn't know
Yep.
how that trade was going to affect both teams. Now,
Yeah,
now you have the Ducks being a top five team. You being the Red Wings being a top five team right now in the league.
yeah, and since about like mid-November or early on, Gibson had some problems in that he was a little bit shaky, but since about mid-November, he's just been on a tier for Detroit, which has helped him get into the second position in the Atlantic right now. They're battling with Tampa and Montreal, top
Yeah,
three
it's
teams.
it's always going Tampa, Montreal, Detroit. It's just going 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I- I'll say I think a team that could use a good goaltender might be Carolina. I mean, they've got Freddie Anderson, but past couple of seasons, like especially against Florida, he seems to always let this one really bad goal in, and that kind of just deflates team. I mean,
Yeah.
they're a team that to me they're not going to beat you like 5-4. They're not going to score a lot of goals. That they're more of a defensive team that when they get that lead, they're just going to suffocate you. And if they had a better goalie other than Anderson, they got Boosie right now, but not sure how good he'll become playoff time.
Yeah, a
Mm.
good kid. He's won 18 of his first 23 starts, which is just
Yeah.
incredible for
He's doing
Carolina.
Yep.
great.
But
He's doing great. He's their whole team right now. Anderson's ass.
Yeah.
I don't know what I mean. I loved Anderson in Toronto. Then when he went over to Carolina, I was like, okay, fresh start. But I don't know what's Anderson's thing in the playoffs though. Is like you just can't seem to compete when it comes to the playoffs. Regular season goalie is amazing, but the playoffs it's just atrocious sometimes with him.
This season, he's not even amazing regular season.
No.
He's 7-10 right
Oh
now.
yeah,
He's
this
got a
year
losing
Anderson
record.
has been really. They were talking about the Anderson
Lucy
trade.
for
I
holding him
think
down.
2 months ago. I think it's been the last 2 months they've been talking about Anderson in a trade possibly, but I don't know who would take on Anderson, someone else. And the only reason why I was gonna go with this one is because I was thinking like goaltending is Buffalo right now. Like 3 months ago, you wouldn't be talking about Buffalo the way you're talking about them now. But their goaltending is ass. Like that team is
Yeah.
playing good, so good right now. If they had a good goaltending, Buffalo could be a great 8 or 7 or 8 seed threat.
There, it's funny, right? So the way that I look at all this stuff, right? Like you brought up Buffalo, and in my head, I thought, so like whenever I'm like going to like place a bet, if I'm thinking about a team in my head and then I see they're playing Buffalo, at least
Yeah.
now I'm like, oh no, I'm not taking that bet. I
Oh
don't know what's going to
yes.
happen there. They might score a bunch.
I mean, I don't know. Pekka Luukkonen is not a goalie I'd ever really
Sure.
put money on, like ever.
In either
they're
direction.
relying on scoring 5-4 every night. Every game is
Yeah.
4-3, 5-4,
Exactly.
8-7. Like it's six,
Yeah,
seven for
and
the
I've never
kids.
heard
Like
of this Alex Line kid either. I don't even know who Alex Line is.
Brian knows him.
Yeah. He was the Wings goalie 2 3 years ago.
Ah,
But yeah, but and this is before McClellan became our coach. But we kind of ran him into the ground, like we just did him every freaking game. And all of a sudden, come March, he'd be all worn out, and we'd have that big 6 7 8 game losing streak in March. So I mean, if he gets rest in between starts. He can be a decent goalie for them.
Hmm. I mean, I'm not saying I'm liking Buffalo right now, but right now I have a feel about Buffalo like when Andrew Hammond came into Ottawa, kind of win streak kind of thing. Not as crazy as Hammond's 20 wins, but something deep enough where Buffalo is going to be like, oh, we're talking about playoffs this year, like that kind of idea. I don't know. I'm just excited about watching the Sabres for the first time since like Alexander McGillney played for them.
Nice, nice.
I mean, I'm not a big fan. I didn't mind them so much, 98 when they had Hasek and whatnot and stuff and guys like that. But it was the early 90s when I really liked the Sabres.
So listen, real quick, guys. It's like 10-7. I don't know what time we're going till anyway. But point is we haven't even touched the surface of Olympic hockey yet.
Yeah, that's right after the last question. Then it's Olympics.
I think we should do this.
Oh yeah. Well, just
So
we've
what's
just
the
been.
next question?
Where was the last one was just a play. No, there's two questions. I'll see which one I want to go with. Cup pressure window. Which core feels more under pressure right now? And I'll give you the three teams: Edmonton, Colorado, or Vegas.
Edmonton. In my mind, at least, it feels like Connor McDavid doesn't want to be there long term if he doesn't see something happen in the next 1 or 2 seasons. Based on the deal he just took with them, like I don't see him looking like he's like, let's win. I'll take less. Let's win now. Show me what we're gonna do. And I think that they need to like show something now.
Yep, yeah, 100%. That's who I would go to is McDavid and Draisaitl. Yeah, 2028. I think McDavid becomes a free agent. So
there you go, 2 years.
It's I don't think if they don't do something soon, that window I think is closing for Edmonton.
I was gonna say, I mean, we're talking 2 years out that the actual contract expires, but I think next year they're in the same boat that they were this year with feeling the pressure of if I don't get rid of McDavid for a whole bunch of prospects and a whole bunch of players that can take over right now because we haven't won again, McDavid's going to walk when that contract does happen, or he's going to demand a trade before his contract expires, and he's going to force them to really make some moves there. I think it's a 1A, 1B situation. 1A, Edmonton they've been there twice now. McDavid's felt it. The goaltending is still a suspect, and they haven't really addressed it. And then you have his contract looming. Draisaitl is there. He's not going to want to play without McDavid. There's a whole lot going on. Then you have Bouchard. You've got Nurse, who's overpaid as a defenseman. He's played much better this year, I think. He's a little more calm, quiet. Darnell Nurse, but they're 1B, Colorado. This core has been around for a long time now. You've got Landeskog and your captain back. You have the number one goalie tandem in the league in the Lumberyard, Wedgwood and Blackwood. You have every piece, and you're on this historic run. And so while I think Edmonton starts the season at a higher ceiling as far as the pressure, maybe it's a lower ceiling because we're building pressure, but either way, Edmonton starts at the top, but Colorado continues to build that pressure on themselves as they continue to just roll through. They made Anaheim, it's 0-0 at the end of the first, but they've have 10 shots in the first period. They're looking to steamroll them. Anaheim on a 4-game win streak. So I think it's 1A, 1B in that.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair. Just for the record, mentally, I've already put the Avs into the Stanley Cup. So I can understand why you believe the pressure is on them. Because I feel like a lot of people are like that. Like the way that I watch them, I'm like, if this team doesn't come out of the West, this is the most failed season of all time. Like that's where my mind is. So I get it. Completely get it.
Really? You don't recall Detroit winning 62, getting knocked out in round
1996.
Yeah, 1996. Tampa winning 60 plus and going out first round, being swept. It's more of a curse to be the best team. Boston, there's tons of teams. I think Montreal is the only team since like 1970s who's ever won that many games and went on to win that cup.
Yeah, I
2013
almost
Blackhawks last one, President's
I
Trophy.
as a, if I was you,
But they weren't
Cashews,
like a
I'd
60
almost
plus win
want
team
my
though.
team to like slow down just a little bit right before.
Yeah. You want the Avs to slow down. You don't want them coming in right hot. You don't want them being
No,
like, 70 win season and then getting swept because there's a lot of
But
questions on that one.
is it weird to say that you don't want your team winning though? Like, how is losing games a
it.
good option at any point in time? Like, if I'm winning because the Avs have won some garbage games they didn't deserve to win, and
Yeah.
they've dominated other games that they absolutely just, and they lost a couple of games this year in regulation that they deserved to win. Um, but like, how do you say that? How do you go into your team and say, "Hey guys, we've won 55. We don't want to get to 60 because the last couple of guys that won 60."
Yeah, I get you on that one, but it's just
I
but a lot of what I looked at it before, Detroit had a good run going into the playoffs. Tampa had a good run. Just slow it down a little on the run in.
it,
That's all.
to
Give you guys
that
a breather.
point, the
It hasn't
Avs won the
historically
cup.
worked for everybody in the last 25 years.
When the Avs won the cup, they lost six straight going into the playoffs. They lost the President's Trophy to Florida that year by I think two
Yeah.
points, but they had a six-game
Mhm.
losing streak going into the cup, going into the
Yeah.
final or into the playoffs rather. So they can slow down, but do you really want to go in there with a six-game losing streak?
Yeah,
Hey, what
yeah.
works, right?
And man, steamroll the competition if you can. Like,
Oh, I would love this year just because of how gritty Detroit's been. I would love to see a Detroit Colorado like final, just because it's
Oh, that'd be
possible
so
now.
good.
Yeah.
Islanders Avs is my wet
Oh,
dream.
you're
It'd be so good.
So as
yeah.
we move into the Olympics, right quick there, guys, it's like this. I'll put these together to go sound a little better. But at the 2026 Olympics, like who is really the face of the tournament, and like is this about age, legacy, or dominance?
So real quick, because somebody on here definitely knows the answer to this now. Me and Brian were talking about it earlier.
Yeah,
What is the start date? Like, when is the first hockey game?
isn't it the 14th? Isn't it not 14th? The opening's on
Yeah,
the 12th.
so
Okay, so the Winter Olympics
USA opens on
opens
the
on the 12th.
12th.
Yeah.
Nice.
USA and Czechia will play each other. Sorry, Latvia on February 12th. So that should open it up.
So there you go. In about 3 weeks' time, the Winter Olympics begins with Team USA. And so here we are, and we're going to do our little preview of Olympic hockey. Take it away,
But
Cody.
but I mean, for you guys though, like who is the face of like when you think of Olympic hockey? Who is it? Is it a Canadian for you guys, or is it an American?
It's Crosby.
So
I mean, yeah, it's Canadian.
Yeah. It's got to be Crosby, the golden goal in 2010.
Is
Yeah.
it his final run in the Olympics? Because who
Yeah,
knows if the
yep,
NHL will play there again? I think it's got to be.
that's
yep.
fair.
But who is you like for you guys as Americans? Like Crosby's for everybody, but who is an American is an icon for you on Team USA though?
Uh,
I mean, like when I think Team USA, my brain
Yeah.
thinks of Kachucks,
Yeah.
like generations of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
well,
you know what I mean. Like that's me. What about
for,
you,
for,
Cashews?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I thought you
I
were
have
gonna pull a Mike Bossy. Come on now.
Mike Bossy. I mean, yeah, you can go Mike Bossy. If we're talking this year, two
Yeah.
players come to mind outside of the Kachucks, who I think will probably be the face of USA hockey just heading into the tournament. They're likable and they're polarizing in that if you don't like them, you absolutely hate them. Um, I think two players that come to me. Austin Matthews, he was captain of the Four Nations. One big blunder led to an open McDavid golden goal to win the Four Nations, right? How does he bounce back? He looks fantastic over the last few weeks. He has 10 even strength goals over his last or since Christmas. So he looks extremely good. But for me, being a Colorado Avalanche guy, my Team USA player, Brock Nelson, he's a Selkie guy for me this year. He's defensively awesome. I don't think, as of this point, I could double check this, that he's allowed a penalty kill goal while he's on the ice. I think that he's still showing a 0. Nichushkin is also up there. If it's not Nelson, that may have been knocked down, and it's just Nichushkin now. But at any rate, people aren't scoring goals when he's on the ice. And he's starting to really score goals while he's on the ice. His power play goals are up. I think he's close to 25 goals on the season so far. And he's starting to really look like Captain America there.
Damn, bro. He was great on the Islanders.
So just because I had to look it up because I don't think a lot of us know it, but the women start on the 5th, and then we start the 11th for men.
Okay.
Women's hockey, watch it. It's great stuff. Fantastic.
Yeah.
So
It actually opens up on February 5th. Like Sweden, Germany, Italy, France, US and Chechnya, and Finland versus Canada for women on the 5th for their opening day.
do you guys remember the video that Vegas Brian just QT'd like a couple weeks ago of some girl
Boston.
doing the
Boston
craziest?
did too.
Like,
Oh, are you talking
first thing I
that
said when I
tap
walked
down?
in, I said, was that a girl?
The tap down
Yeah.
to the legs
Yeah.
pass? Oh, yes.
College,
Yeah, she's
too.
on-
Crazy.
She's on
in
Team
college.
USA.
That
Yeah.
was so crazy.
Yeah.
That like, I don't know if it is or not, but like if I'm putting an ad together for Team USA women's hockey, like I'm putting that video in there, you know, and I'm like, this is our girl right here. You know, like come watch her. That was crazy though.
So for that, roll into that one, Canada versus USA. So if it's a Canada versus USA game for gold medals, for the gold medal, who scares you more, McDavid and McKinnon or Austin Matthews and Jack Hughes?
McDavid, McKinnon.
Yeah, because of their speed.
Yep.
300
Okay,
Well,
okay,
McDavid's
because
speed,
I
McKinnon's
mean-
physicality.
I'm not scared by Canadians.
In hockey.
Okay,
hockey,
I'm not throwing
hockey.
in Vinny. I'm not putting Binnington on you. I'm giving you Aiden Hill. So I know. There's a difference.
That was good, right?
So
Yeah,
as
no,
I
he
roll,
does-
as I roll into that one, in the Olympics though, who do you trust more, like for a goalie, like on any team or your team, like who you giving ice time more to?
I'd endure for US. I'd say
Who was the Canada goalie at the Four Nations who won it?
Bennington.
Correct. It sounds crazy to say that out loud because he's like you either get
Trash
the goat.
bin.
He's either the goat or he's not, right? But like
He's a trash
Bennington?
bin. He's garbage. He's terrible.
But like he's got a Stanley Cup.
I mean,
Exactly.
He's got one Stanley Cup.
One.
One.
And the team in front of him played
hard won
lights
it?
out. The
I
team in
said
front of
one
him
like
played
that
lights
was
out
easy.
against Boston.
Bennington.
Trash bin. Yeah. He's not going to be the starter this year. I think it's Logan Thompson. I think they're
we
going to
were
ride the
literally
other.
talking-
Yeah,
about,
it's,
like, how
I think
Yeah.
it's isn't it Thompson and Hill? Like
Yeah,
the
I hope it's
we were talking
Thompson.
about
I
how
hope
hit or
it's
miss he is,
Thompson.
And then
It's
he
Thompson
wins it.
and Kemper. Kemper just got
Oh,
injured though, so keep an eye out for a replacement.
I wish
Oh,
we had Thompson
we got
instead of Hill.
Stuart Skinner going in this year, don't we? We have Skinner going in. It's like Skinner and Thompson.
There's no way Stuart Skinner.
No, Skinner's not been announced. It's got to be. It's Kemper, Thompson, Bennington.
Oh yeah.
Kemper just got
There's
injured
no way you're gonna
last
tell me.
night.
The country of Canada can't put forth a better goalie than Stuart Skinner.
They could have picked either
Sorry,
Wedgwood or
we're
Blackwood.
just not excelling at the goalies right now.
Wedgwood and Blackwood were right there for the taking, and they decided
Yeah.
to go with the legacy pick and losing Bennington. Loser Bennington. Even though he's a winner in the big games. He's a loser.
And
bro.
Carey Price was horrible in the regular seasons and whatnot in some sense, but he was what, like 10-0 and we're in Team Canada. So if Bennington's superpower is putting on the Maple Leaf, then whatever.
His two nicknames are Big Game Bennington and Trash Bennington. One or the other.
Yep, 'cause
I
it's
was just
literally.
asking, looking to buy an actual Bennington St. Louis jersey the other night.
He's not even the best goalie on his team this year.
No.
Hofer has been better than him. He's the backup.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Bennington.
Hopper's
That's for sure.
been better for the Blues. I mean, it's
By like 3% save percentage, like it's not really that close. Like there's a pretty steep margin. I just don't like him. That's all. You can tell, I'm sure.
So I don't know. I'm just, but when for me though, I don't know who I can trust with Canada right now. It's like and I'm gonna be fair. If I say Canada's not winning gold, that's just on me. But I don't think it would be Canada or US winning gold this year. I don't think it's gonna be Sweden or Finland. And quite honestly,
Okay, so let me ask a question. When and I want to let's just when I say Team Finland, what player immediately comes to mind for each of you guys?
Mikko Rantanen.
Rantanen.
Yeah, ranting in for Finland for sure.
Now, okay, so is he playing in the tournament?
Yeah,
Yes.
you got Randon, you got Sebastian Aho, you got Mika Hiskinen. You got you got a solid defense, like a solid line on that
AO's
finish line.
And they actually have a
Heiskanen's
bunch of good
playing,
goalies too.
Yeah.
We
you
were
got the
doing
Buffalo
this.
Sabres goalie.
Pekka. Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
Pekka.
right.
It's
Good forechecking team. They got Lehkonen. They've got Heiskanen on the back end. They'll have Kiviranta from the Avs. I know he's not a big name for a lot of folks, but he's a fantastic third and fourth line player. Good forecheck. Heck of a shot if he gets open, but he doesn't have a lot of ice time.
I mean, you don't have Barkov or Line, right? They play well in their colors too. So, I mean, Sweden is like a weird team. They're really defensive, but if Sweden can pop off, then Sweden can be a deep threat too.
Okay.
Even Croatia can be a surprise. Like,
So
I've-
you had brought up Cole, excuse me, but you had brought up the IOC thing, right? The Russian, like the
No, they were them in Belarus. It was like November or October. They were told it was them in Belarus were told they can get an ROC if they want, but just nobody's come forward.
Okay, so there's no Russian representation in this Olympics.
Which is I'm biased on that. I get the whole war issue and whatnot, and I get why it's all politics, but that team, Russia team, and I've sent it off to you. That looking at just who's in goalie for Team Russia would just be it's disgusting.
Oh yeah,
like
the forwards,
the forwards, the defensemen.
Their team would be absurd.
Yeah,
their team feels like a favorite.
Oh yeah, they'd be a gold medal team every time with that kind of lineup. But that's what I miss. I want Russia there to give me that thrill. I want that Russia Canada game. I want that USA Russia game. Like
yeah, I'm American. I like competing against
Russian. Yeah, it would be great to have them in there.
I'm all for it.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. I mean, we're all on airport, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think that there's not 25 guys that are that devoted to their country that they wouldn't want to play for their country. I just really don't think there is. There's not 25. Well, at least 25.
Right. Well, here's the thing, right? If they were actually allowing a Russian team, right? Like if they were going to be representing the Russian flag, like literally, then they would all show up quickly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But they're like, oh, well, what is this? I'm not even really representing Russia.
Mhm.
so much. Like, so maybe like they're just not as passionate about it because they're not actually getting the opportunity to represent their nation, which is, I get it.
So I mean, let's see. Ooh, that's a follow up on that one. Okay. When careers are over, since we're both talking about NHL and Olympics, when careers are over, what matters more for a superstar's legacy? Another Stanley Cup or an Olympic gold?
I'd say Stanley Cup. Oh, go ahead, Brian.
I was gonna say Olympic gold, only because you can get to compete every 4 years, and you might only get the one chance to play for your country,
Mhm.
depending on injuries and stuff.
Yeah, I'm with Dudek on this one 100%. I think to me at least, gold for, the United States would be the highest honor, you know.
I
What do
think
you think,
about
Casey?
I think about what Patrick Kane just said. And he didn't make the Team USA roster, but beginning of the season, what he said was the thing that he wants the most is the thing he doesn't have, and that's the Olympic medal. For much of the last 12 years, 16 years, they haven't been allowed to play. And he didn't make the Team USA roster this year. And so he's going to miss out on that. So he has 3 Stanley Cups, a Hart
Yeah.
Trophy, Conn Smythe. He's had big game goals. He's done it all. And to say that the one thing he couldn't do is represent his country, that's a huge thing. I will say, like, just hockey players in general, they love representing the big
Mhm.
name, and that would be their country. Everything
Do
else
you
kind of feels like a paycheck. Like, there's not a lot of loyalty. I mean, there's loyalty to some teams. Obviously, they like who they play for, but I think there's more loyalty to a country than there is to a team that can trade them tomorrow.
mhm. Do you
100%.
think Kane's more about it now? Because to me, like I haven't seen Kane talk about it a lot until now. Is it? Do you think it's more because he's catching up on the record for most points from an American, like born player? Like, is that more why it matters to him having that medal?
Yeah, I
Like, is
mean, I
that more
think
pressure on
so.
him for that?
He's yeah, I mean, obviously, all those records and being the best American-born player matters. All that kind of goes into it. Um, I think as you get older too, you kind of just reset values and you think about what really matters. He's made millions of dollars, right? So
Mhm.
he's got money, he's got cups, he's got the different rings, he's got different trophies, accolades. And then you start looking about the spaces that are empty on your wall and you go, huh, I never did that. I know Mike Madonna did that. Mike Madonna went and
Yeah.
played in the Olympics. Mike Madonna went and
Mhm.
got XYZ, and he also has a cup. So
Yeah.
does he feel more fulfilled? I think we all do that though, right? Like we look at our lives and go, I should have done that. I wish I could have done this. And I think that's kind of where he's at.
Oh, before, like, is there
Yeah.
how much longer we're going to be going for? But what I want to bring up, and since we have a lot of minds on here, can any of you think who is going to be playing for Team Italy in the Olympics?
I have their roster up, so I'll leave it to everybody else.
Yeah, I do too. So
I
Where are they
don't.
getting these guys from? Like, where are they getting these guys from?
From Italy.
Wait,
There are a lot
like,
of
yeah, literally,
Italian
literally.
club leagues. Is my guess is it's. I mean, they're not going to be in many games. They might beat France, but when they play the U.S., that game might be 10-0 after the first period.
Oh my
there's
God! Could
not
you imagine like a triple overtime? You have France versus Italy, and then no one can just score for the entire game.
so not a single professional hockey player from Italy is from the
It's
United States.
playing.
No AHL, no NHL teams. They're
What
all
about
coming from
France? Who
Italy.
is from France? There is one guy that's from France, is he not?
Let's see.
He used to play for the.
Alexander
Yeah, he used to play for the Knights.
Texier for the from the
Yeah,
Canadians.
Canadians.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Okay,
he's the only one.
he is.
Yes, he's
There
the
was
only
a
one.
Golden Knight that did play for Team France a couple years ago, wasn't there? I could have
Pierre
sworn.
Edouard Belmar. I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah, he played for the
yeah.
Avs
yeah,
too.
oh yeah, Pierre.
Tampa Bay Lightning player. I mean, he was a great
Mhm.
fourth liner. Won a lot of faceoffs, killed a lot of penalties.
Ugh. That's what I mean. When you're speaking of France and them, it's like, what the hell? What about Switzerland? I remember like Cam Ward and stuff like that, and the guys like that. But I mean, like, who's Switzerland guy these days?
Nico, he's
Yeah,
here's the first one
he's
that
here,
comes
yeah,
to mind for me.
yeah.
Kevin Fiala, Nico Hershier, let's see, Timo Meyer, Nino Niederreiter. I mean, they got some guys that can put pucks in nets. Roman Yossi, and then they have Akira Schmid coming from the Golden Knights as their goaltender. JJ Mosier, big, strong defenseman playing for Tampa. He came out of Utah. They switched Sergachev and Mosier, and they just signed Mosier to a big deal. So there's the Swiss are going to play hockey. Don't
Yeah.
sleep on them. Them and Czechia are going to be, I think, some sleeper picks.
I knew Czechia. Czechia is kind of dangerous just because look at them in the juniors this year. Like Czechia really showed up. So, what about Denmark or Germany? Who do you, like? We all know Germany's got Draisaitl for sure, right? But
More,
Denmark,
more Denmark, I don't know. Germany also has Mort Seider on defense. Philip
mm,
Grubauer in that. Them like Switzerland, they're kind of my sleeper. I don't expect them to like win the gold or anything, but to me, they're a team. They've got enough NHL players where they're gonna be able to compete and.
So
But
there are teams that are going to be like, so like Team Italy, right, is going to be like a bunch of guys who really play soccer, putting on hockey skates.
They
Like
play
NHL
hockey.
players.
They
we
play
do have
hockey
the
year
equivalent
round.
on the women's side. You have Team Japan in the women's side.
Like,
The poor team. I think they just lost like 60-0 not that long ago. Not even joking. They played somebody and it was so bad.
Yeah.
he said
Well, yeah,
yeah,
they
60
got
to
bogged
0.
hard.
This is
Yeah, it
hockey.
was like it was like every shot
That's a
went in,
football
and it was like,
score.
what do we do? And like you
Yeah,
can
dude.
accidentally block a shot if you just get in front of it. Like you can
Just
tip it.
move in front of it.
Just this side of this, I saw this like days ago. There was it's probably an old article that kind of recycled, but I looked into it. There was a high school football team or something like that. They got beat 260-0, and they pulled all funding from their football department for that. It's a one game in.
Yeah, you don't need it.
260 to 0.
You
How do you have
definitely don't
enough
need a
time?
football program.
How do you have enough
Nope.
time on the clock? Like that's what are they just,
I was like, what? I did not. I had to look at that score twice. I'm like, okay.
that doesn't even like I'm not even gonna get into the logistics of scoring 260 points in like in under an hour's time.
Hey, every throw being a pick six, right? Just
I
keep
just don't
doing
know
it.
how that happened.
yeah. That's just like I saw something and I I think it was high school basketball, maybe it was college, but like some it was women's and some team like got shut out. I'm like, how the hell do you not score 1 point in basketball?
Oh, it was 101-1. It was something like that. It was a high school. It was a high school team in Vegas.
Look at this. This is today, and this is outlandish to me because this is a real professional. This is professional sports. The Knicks beat the Brooklyn Nets 120-66.
Yeah.
Did they have
That's
like
crazy.
4 players? Like how do you score?
Yeah, that's wild.
I mean, the Knicks don't come off to me as like this defensive juggernaut. Like
Bro, 66.
they're a good
The
team,
Knicks
but-
don't even play defense. What?
That's what I'm saying. Did they only have 4 players on the court? Like, how did that happen?
Teams score 150 points on us all the
Was it-
time. This is
Was
crazy.
it bring people? Was it bring people out of the stands night to help them play? Like, how did this happen?
And opportunities.
Actually crazy. Like so, and here's the best part: the Knicks. So this, for those that don't know, I am a Knicks fan. This is the best part about it. They broke a 4-game losing streak by winning by 54 points against the Nets. That's kind of crazy. So they had been getting their butts kicked in recent games and
A
came out of
dignity
it
game.
with this win. Kind of crazy. So what do we got left, Bo?
I had to look it up, Vince, just for a quick second there. So it was in Fayetteville Foresters, whatever, they set the record for like football at 138 point shutout, like 138 nothing, in a semi-pro football league. That was the biggest score in the last 15 years. It was 138 to nothing.
Like just conceptually, it's you have to be going against somebody who's literally not playing defense, and then not
Yes.
like what are they doing on offense? Just giving you the ball back? How do you have enough time to score that much? Like
That's what I'm saying. It has happened. It's just I don't let the hell.
that's kind of wild. I don't know, man. They must have been sports betting. Somebody was giving up the
Yeah.
juice. I don't know.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. So do we have any questions left for hockey? For Olympic hockey specifically?
I'm trying to think. Okay.
Because I'd like to get everybody's what I'm hoping for is everyone's official picks for Olympic hockey. Now I'm assuming
I'll give you this quick one before we get that off. Is Olympic hockey about experience or peak talent?
it's about posting a W for your country.
Posting a W.
W.
Yeah.
God bless America.
But no, for you guys watching, like, is it about the experience or like, or is it the talent?
Well, so it's a two-part thing, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I kind of understand what you're saying. Like as an NHL fan, I get to see the talent all the time. In this case, I watch Olympic events specifically as for the pride of my country. So for me, it is the experience of rooting for my countrymen.
Yeah, I think to second that, I watch the Olympics. First of all, I do enjoy watching everybody play, especially hockey. I'll watch bad hockey, good hockey. So if Italy's playing France and it's 0-0, 6 overtimes deep, like I'll still watch it.
I can't wait to watch that.
But to your point though, like this is a best on best tournament. And it's not my fault Italy doesn't have the best in the world. They have the best Italian players that they can put out. My wife will kill me. Her family's from Italy, so she wants me to root for them as well. But it's best on best, and that to me strikes even more pride when my team does well. So watching the United States go in there this year, I've always kind of like secretly rooted for Canada because their players have always been the big names for me. The United States,
Elites.
yeah, exactly. The United States has a team that can do it, and so I'll be watching with pride everywhere they go.
Sorry, I have to make some tea. I'm back.
Yeah. I'd say experience outweighs the talent. I mean, there's talent everywhere in the Olympics, so it's. I mean, you're getting it either way, but I think the experience of watching your country go after that gold medal, I think that tops it all for sure.
Yeah. For me, it's the experience too, because you see these guys on the ice all the time being teammates and stuff, but then when you get them out there and they're playing for their country, I mean, if you get someone on Sweden and they're playing Finland and they're a teammate, they don't care. They're gonna go after them. I mean, Czechia and Slovakia. I mean, they freaking hate each other. I mean, they'll sit there and they don't care if it's their teammate. They'll try and run them through the boards. I mean, when you get to see them put on their jerseys for their countries, I mean, it's a whole different experience.
So for me, that's one thing that you just touched on, and the rivalries, the beef between countries. I've always had well, not always, but I've had a lot of good Canadian friends over the years, still do. I look forward to talking shit to you throughout the entirety of the Olympics. I have fun doing that. It's just like watching the World Cup. I think it's it's really cool. I love the experience. No question about that. I love watching Americans play against anybody else and anything else.
So just because you said you like trolling on me, there you go. I got the nice trolling for you Americans.
Oh, I can't see the picture. I'm over 40 and my eyes aren't that good.
And do I put it in the chat? So it's his name is Vic/Tory, and it's transcending pride. So kind of hitting on all your marks down there in the United States right now. So
Yeah, listen, bro. Maybe next time, right, Canada? Maybe next time.
oh yeah. How many goals do you guys got? Can I count them
What?
on one hand?
Listen, I
This
can't
is the year.
wait till he has to get his American driver's license.
You got what? Two?
3, I
You guys,
think.
Sorry.
you guys are going to be the next Greenland.
Oh, okay. Yes, we will not be. You guys will be sued as the 13th province versus us being the 51st state ever.
I don't think either country's fit to be helping each other out in any
No,
shape.
no, yeah. No. But we are more likely
We-
going to get our 10th gold before you guys get your 3rd gold.
It's going to happen this year.
We are
Yep.
going to get a gold this year.
We're adding to that right now. We're getting ready to.
That's right. Best
I feel
goalie.
very
we
A
have the
few
three
times
best
you guys
goalies.
won in the World Juniors and you think he can win it again.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. This is the year.
Don't worry, you guys
have
will
the
win gold
best
in
goalies.
skiing or something.
I think USA is
kick our
definitely
ass
taking it in women's
Gold
hockey
every year
for
in
sure.
every fucking event, so it doesn't really matter. So it comes down to hockey for us.
That's because
Don't
you
worry,
guys
we're
win
gonna
like
beat the butt in
snowshoeing,
hockey,
and you guys
too.
snowshoe everywhere. Like
No,
We
so
beat you in
pride
hockey,
is
in
snowshoeing.
curling, and skiing, and whatever, some stuff like that. But
Hey, shout out to curling. If you guys watch any event outside of hockey and you don't have anything else
oh
to
yeah,
watch,
curling.
Curling
Curling is a
curling is the
great
best.
low key
Yeah,
event.
cur-
Just
I
to chill.
love.
Yeah,
Curling
I
is
love
the
playing.
100%.
If you've never held a rock, they're like 35 plus pounds. Oh yeah, go get out there and play. some
Unfortunately,
curling. It's really good.
Vince is not the 40-year-old white man here. That's why we're all talking about curling at 40. Because 20-year-olds us was probably not talking about curling.
Listen,
I like curling back then,
is
too.
very fun to watch. I like to.
Yep, it is.
I'm one of those guys, and this can be weird or whatever, but I watch every Olympic event, summer or Olympic, that is on. If Americans are
Yep.
competing against anyone in the world in anything, I want to watch and I want to cheer for them. 100%.
Yep,
Exactly.
I'm the same way.
I love it. I can't wait for the Olympics next month.
Yep.
I randomly pull out I'll pull out my American flag tank top. I'm one of those dudes.
Oh,
There you go.
Jesus.
There you go, man.
Ripping it. Dripping
I'm one of those guys.
Oh.
All the way.
I do have a question for everyone though. With the Olympic break and Olympic break coming up, do you think there's one team that's gonna be hurt by this break coming back from it?
Mm,
Because I've got a team that I think it's gonna hurt. But
There are a
I'll
couple of teams
let
that
everyone
have
else
pulled up.
answer first.
I mean,
I think if it hurts anybody, it's going to be those teams that have hot streaks going into it, and can they carry that momentum? I think everybody right now is pretty even keeled. I think it helps team like Colorado's still missing Landeskog. They're still without Taves. There's still some injuries and things. I think it's just going to heal those guys that aren't playing.
So I just looked it up to give you guys a heads up on this one. So right now it's Colorado and Minnesota got 8 players each, and the next 2 are Florida and Tampa, who have 9 and 11 players representing the Olympics for going in. For the most, representing the top 3 teams.
well, I know Golden Knights have a lot.
Yeah, it's this one. This is the list it has right here. So Tampa's got 11, Florida's 9, Chicago 1, Islanders 1, Bruins 6, Ottawa Senators 6, Dallas 7, Knights 7, Wild 8, Colorado 8, Detroit Red Wings 6. And that's all they show me right now. There's probably more than that going down there, but probably 1 or 2 representative in other teams. but that's the most out of like the league.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
it
Oh, yeah.
helps Chicago.
Tampa's got 11 guys going and coming back. Like, so that's almost half your roster there on break.
I think it's gonna like honestly. I think it helps if anything, right? I think a lot of these
Yeah.
guys need the little bit of rest.
Mhm.
I don't see it hurting anybody. You know, obviously, like there are some teams that have kind of gotten into didn't get into stride until January, and maybe they don't want that little rest right now.
Yeah.
But
Well, I'll give it right now because there's no Russian team. Vasilevsky gets a nice 2-week rest.
well, and that's what I'm saying, right? A lot of I think there's I think the break helps teams overall as a whole.
Yeah.
Because
You got
every
Bob Roski too. Bob Roski and Vasilevsky both rest for 2 weeks, and they're two of the hottest goalies in the league, and they're both resting for 2 weeks before they come back.
I think where it might hurt is not necessarily one specific team, but if anybody in the East has a slow start coming out of the break, everybody is right there. If
Oh
there is
yes,
a
they're all
3,
kind of
4, 5 game winning or losing streak, either which way, you're going to start to see separation there. And then you're going to really start to see what teams trickle into which playoff spots heading into the final stretch. So I think if there's a spot that it can make a big difference, it's right there in the East.
Yeah. For me, the team I was thinking of is Buffalo because they fired their GM and then they've just gone off like gangbusters and when you get on a winning streak like this, you just want to keep playing. But when you get this break, I feel like at least team wise with the momentum, it might hurt them.
Mhm.
Yeah. I
No,
mean,
I
it could go
agree.
either way with those breaks. Like getting cold and then coming back into it could always be a struggle for some teams, and then also it's good for some of the guys that they need the break. So
Yeah,
it could go
yeah,
either way. I think. Like,
yeah. Just hopefully there's no big injuries this
yeah,
year.
that's
That-
what
that-
I'm scared about because there's a lot of players. So I mean,
oh yeah.
somebody's unfortunately going to get hurt, but
Oh, as I'm just as like I constantly scroll on that with multi screens, right? But so have you guys heard much about this rink though? Because there's still like they still have remaining issues even days away, like days ago. They're still having remaining
yeah. Have you
issues
guys
with
seen the
this.
scoreboard for that thing?
No.
It's not called the Jumbotron. It's just called the Tron. Like it's just
It's
Yeah.
just
little TV at the top.
they just put a normal 72-inch screen TV up there for the middle of the rink.
Yeah.
The rink is smaller, but I can tell you the
Yeah.
players don't care. McKinnon came out. He's pretty adamant about we don't care if it's a smaller rink, if it's a 3v3 rink, just put us in there and we're gonna go play. Like it's for our
Yeah.
country. So
Does this make it faster though?
well it should.
Gonna be more
I
hitting.
mean
In theory, yeah.
NHL rinks are smaller than Olympic rinks. Olympic rinks are usually wider. They're usually a
Yeah.
little bit longer. And so this is smaller than an NHL rink, so it should be. I mean, they're going to be pretty accustomed to it. I mean, we're talking about a 18 inches in all the way around. So I mean, it's not a huge deal. But I'm more worried about if they go to make a turn, if they have a spot on the ice that they're pretty familiar with in an NHL rink, and it's not quite the same. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't think anybody seems to be too worried from a player standpoint.
Mhm. Yeah, I haven't heard much of it on the player side. I've heard other people bitching about it, but it just seems to be the higher ups that are just complaining about it per se.
Gary
Well,
Bettman
it's
said he
just
was going to pull him if he don't like it. So.
yeah, it's just wild that they've had so long, and then that's what they give us. But I mean,
How do you get the parameters of the rink wrong? Like you can't give us an NHL size rink. I mean,
yeah, and then if you see like they have so much room still, like just expand it, dog.
they build outdoor rinks in 2 weeks every couple of months for the NHL. Like why can't we build something real quick? Just crazy.
Why would
it's
it like
wild.
this is a serious question, right? And
I mean,
the
you could
NHL
build a
only-
rink in Miami and keep the ice cold. Yeah, you can build one in Milan.
Well, but like, so look, like NHL went in after everything was complete and like looked at it, right? Because like they actually spoke on it, like there was stuff out there about it after the fact. Why wouldn't the Olympic Committee go to the National Hockey League and like just like bring them in as like consultants on just make sure this gets done right? Like, why? Like it almost feels like the Italians just like siphoned off some money into the wrong things, and we're like, whatever, man. We don't care about this hockey anyway. Like,
Yeah, it
whatever.
looks like they've never looked at a hockey stadium in their life.
Bro, they're like, what is this? Like, we don't care. Put the ice anywhere. Come here.
Yeah, hard to say why those things, procedural things, don't happen. But here we are, smaller rink. There's holes in the ice that they're still trying to fill. Like,
Well,
see what happens.
this one just came out officially a day ago. It says that they say that it's unlikely that the arena will be ready for the Olympics.
So,
That's wild.
Yeah.
what's the plan? They're just going to do the parking lot around one of the mountains? Like,
I would think
street
it's
hockey.
like you guys probably saw when the guys fell through the ice, like the hole in there. It's like, oh my god, it's like gold
They
medal
didn't say
game and
they-
someone trips and falls, like a
For,
board falls over. Like, Jesus.
You know, they're using the Italian team to test the ice.
Oh, okay.
So like, they,
They
because
they have great experience on ice, right?
Well, they got good experience. I mean, they're skaters, but like that's
Yeah.
how little they think. They're like, hey, you're not the NHL guys. Can you go skate around
Yeah.
real quick and if let us know where there's holes in the ice? Yeah.
do they design the bracket? Like for the tournament or whatever? Do they design the bracket in a fashion, or like, is it done in a fashion that like? Do they make it so like U.S. will meet Canada, like, or is it a point system?
You
How
have to have
exactly do
U.S.
they do
Canada.
it?
U.S. Canada
How's the
has to
scoring
happen.
done? Like, is it like a traditional tournament? How do they, or is it done like in brackets, like scoring brackets? Like, how is it done?
No, they play other tournaments to get in there. Like certain countries get in there because they jockey those positions in. Some are automatic. You know, that's why Four Nations was Four Nations. Like, so those ones always get an automatic, but not always. We used to get a Belarus team. We used to get, as the countries changed, we had different teams compete. So, like, I mean, it just depends on who really got the money to put in to play hockey.
It's like I'm ready for Team Canada, Team USA, like tomorrow. You know what I mean?
Can we
Like,
get
I'm ready
can we
for that.
get Team Canada stand you know, a shout out, you know, get them to play a game or two? Come on now, we remember those games.
And who knows? They might be good. That's like borderline Russia. They're probably awesome at hockey.
So,
All right, listen, guys. It's about 7:30 my time. Like midnight. Cove's somewhere in like the middle of the Atlantic Ocean right now, so it's almost midnight there.
yeah, we're swimming.
It's probably getting
I live on a houseboat. Like, I legit live on a houseboat. No, I'm joking.
my boss said it's past my bedtime. So
Oh, I think you guys would think that wild if I'm like 1 second, I go outside and I'm in the middle of the fucking Atlantic Ocean. You'd be like, Jesus Christ. I'd be like, my
So-
Wi-Fi is amazing.
So for folks that don't know this, and I love telling people this is like my fun fact on the show, Cove is an hour past Eastern time. Right? So like you get to Eastern time and then you go an hour past and you're at Cove time. So right now it's like 11:35 wherever Cove is.
Yeah.
Brutal.
Yeah,
All
he's
right,
at
my boss-
6 o'clock, almost 7 o'clock, and I'm at midnight. Like, Jesus.
My boss is officially shutting down the show. So that is all we've got for Vinny's Corner this evening. I want to thank everybody for coming on the show tonight and sharing their vast hockey knowledge with everybody. Fellas, have a wonderful evening. Thank you for
Go,
coming.
let's go.
Thanks for
Thanks
having us.
having us on, Vin.
All right. Take care.
Have a
Guys.
good evening, everyone.
Take care, guys.
All right, Fina. You shutting me down over here.